The world I see is a mouse that is skiing and is thinking about the mirror on the wall.
With the ohm sign.
The magnifying glass is radiating the mouse, and the radiation will kill the world, and the hand will slap the man thinking. You got nothing, Michelle?
I'm not saying anything today. Luis has like the sign in front of me, and he's like, "Do you have anything?" I don't have anything. I'm like, "What am I looking at?"
You were saying some good ones earlier, I feel.
Of what? I didn't look at.
You were just saying things like the mouse was skiing around the world and smashed into a mirror.
I didn't have the picture. I had nothing.
What is up, everybody? I'm gonna try to keep it lower this week. My mic was peaking last episode, and my boy Mike over here told me, "Hey, you got to fix that." So I'm working on it. Mike, how do I sound, Mike?
You sound much better today.
Okay. All right. We're going to work on that.
If you sound worse, I'll call you out. I promise.
Yes. Please call us out.
Yes.
And hey, we have Michael from Australia. We have someone all the way from Australia.
Crikey, that is amazing. Hey, Mr. Michael Singh from Australia. What is up? I cannot wait to visit Australia. I wish we would have gone there on Amazing Race.
I know.
That country looks beautiful. We might be going there for a wedding in maybe a year and a half.
Hopefully.
Oh, really?
Yes, because we met some friends, and when we were in Tulum, their names Alana and Libby. They're from Australia. I think they live close to Sydney, and we just became like pals. Like, is it a pen pal?
I love the Australian accent. Did I do that right? No.
There is a difference between how Aussies talk and how the British talk, and for me, I sound the same. You do too.
And my Chinese accent sounds the same. All of them.
What's up, everybody? Thank you for joining us. I'm learning that I have to speak. When I want to speak louder, I got to speak back here away from the mic. Is this okay, Mike?
It sounds good. It sounds good. It sounds fine.
Yeah?
Okay. I think I have to be closer and you have to be further.
We'll work this out. All right. New mics, whatever. All right. Welcome to Croqueta Chat. We are recapping what episode number is this? 5?
Four.
We're on episode 4 of the Amazing Race. Yes, season 36. And we are in Medellin, Colombia. This is both of our mom's birth spot. And we spent a lot of time here in Medellin. And right now they're in a spot called La Comuna.
All 3 of our mom's birth spots.
Oh, yes, of course.
Is true.
So we are in a place where they call Comuna 13. And pretty much another Aussie. What is up, Peter? Man, we got a lot of love from Australia. Are you guys currently in Australia right now? Or are you guys Aussies living in the US? Please let me know in the chat. So La Comuna 13, pretty much it's this leg would not have happened 10 years ago. No chance. Really? No chance. There was still maybe, let me say 15 years ago. So pretty much, Michelle and I, we have some videos here that we're going to show you guys. We went to Comuna 13 and we had the tour. And basically, we learned the history of this neighborhood. And pretty much this neighborhood is back in the day, it used to be pretty much a drug town. And most of Pablo Escobar's gang members were here. And this whole neighborhood was run by the gangs, right? And in around 2002, there was a government attack on the city just to stop the war on, just pretty much to stop this, the war on drugs, pretty much, right? And they had a large military attack to the point that they pretty much, what's the word? They didn't let anybody leave. And it was very ugly and bloody. They kind of like quarantined them until the drug gangs gave up. And there was a lot of people that were killed, a lot of innocent people that were killed. And that was back in around the year 2001 or 2002.
was very dangerous.
Yeah, very dangerous. And ever since then, it's pretty much turned around completely with the help of their artistic people in this city, with art, music, dance, everything. So when you go around there, you're gonna see a lot of dancers, and this is pretty much.
So dope.
Yeah, this is exactly where I believe the task was, right here in this spot. Yeah, and that's when we went, and it's just a beautiful place. It's honestly a beautiful place, and we love Medellin. We love the fact that this community has turned it around, and I was so happy to see this city on my favorite show in the world. What do you guys think overall about this episode and Medellin in our city?
I'm obsessed with it. I love the turnaround that it has. And now that they have so many tourists visiting, they say it used to be really dangerous. And it's really nice to see now the people who live there are the ones giving the tour guides and like guiding people, telling them about the story. So like you could see how they changed from being really bad to trying to grow as a person and everything. And I think I forgot what the story was, but
Hey.
So I think people used to have to climb the mountain a different way. And that's the reason why they built the escalators, because people were like traveling with a lot of items and everything, right? Was that it?
I think that is a story. Yeah. And ever since that war back in the day, like it was pretty much the government came in and started investing into the community. So
because it's just a random escalator in the middle of nowhere.
Like when my family said, "Hey, there's going to be escalators here," I'm just like, "What do you know?"
In the middle of a town.
Maybe I'm translating that wrong. Escalators, and it's literally escalators outside. Like it's crazy, and it's crazy. And can we all agree that the star of this episode was this guy talking about escalators? Was my homeboy right there? Where's the still shot?
He's right here.
Bro, that's my boy right there.
Look at that smile, $1 million smile.
Yeah, that dude's happy. He's like, man, I love these escalators. Get to go home. And,
I actually have something from Reddit on that one.
Yeah. So, but overall, it was a great episode, and basically. Yeah. How about we just get into it? We wanted to have so many guests on, but it was a busy weekend. What you got there, Mike?
The dog riding the escalator was an all-time camera shot. Seems like the dog was better at navigating than half of those teams.
Oh my God.
He was even following the rules, no walking or running on the escalator.
That's so true.
That is the goodest boy of all good boys, man. That was a shot. That was a great shot. All right. Well, let's see where Ozzy is. From Melbourne, Catatumba. All right. Sweets. Mr. Jonathan Murray, what's up? Okay. So, yes, even the dog followed the rules. Yes.
So cute.
It was, so I was really happy. The tasks were pretty good. I think we're gonna get into it. And yeah, let's go ahead and spin the wheel.
Which wheel? Which wheel is it?
The wheel of robics, baby. I got a sponsor, Mike.
Oh, I like this.
We have to read our sponsor. We got to pay some bills.
Okay, good.
The Wheel of Robics, brought to you by Ray Fletcher. Need some extra cash? Start an Amazing Race podcast, and Ray will take care of you. Ray Fletcher, the sugar daddy of Amazing Race podcast.
Sugar daddy in a while.
Splenda daddy. Splenda daddy.
The Splenda daddy. All right, y'all. Let's get into it. The Wheel of Robics. Those of you asking, what is a Robic? It's a race topic. Come on, y'all. Y'all know the drill. Let's go.
You should know.
Okay, so the Wheel of Robics. First Robic was, can we make this better? Next Robic is, excuse me, no! Next Robic. Wait, he did what? Next topic. Domination.
Oh.
And I got one more topic. Wait, where is it? Would you have done it?
Probably.
Probably not.
No, I don't know.
No.
All right. So let me grab the wheel.
Dude, I probably wouldn't have done it.
Let me grab the wheel real quick. All right.
Oh, okay. Grabbing the wheel.
It's too far away.
You know, we have the camera in between the computer.
Yeah.
He has to reach back there.
All right. First topic. No.
No.
That's great. All right. So I think this is probably the most important topic of this episode, I feel, because when I saw this, I screamed. When Amber and Vinny did not want to race for first.
I had a feeling. It's
like, what are you doing, dude? Please. Like, all right. So, it turns out, all right, so what we saw on TV was we saw Amber and Vinny trying to get directions, which she looked like a lady that works there, right? She had like, one of those lanyards. I don't know what she was doing. How does she not know where the Parque de Medellin was, right? And I'm just like, that's weird. And you see Ricky and Caesar just run, right? And Amber and Vinny go to help out Team Walla Walla.
No!
Okay. I guess, obviously, we wouldn't have done that, right?
No, we wouldn't have.
But
we wouldn't
not
have.
going for first, right? Like if you were in the middle of the pack, whatever.
Yes, exactly. We're middle of the pack, whatever, no big deal. But right, you're even in first place. Everybody in the chat now, let me ask all of you. Would you guys have done the same thing that Amber and Vinny? All right, everybody in the chat, holler at me. Because I feel like I would not. And I guess what Amber and Vinny, they want to play they want to make some alliances, right?
Yeah.
Which, for Will and James, that turned out amazing.
Mm-hmm.
But for Amber and Vinny, like, all right, yeah, you want to help out Team Walla Walla, but this is your one of your closest chance to get first place, and you threw $5,000 away.
Ooh.
Right? $5,000. Now, and we also find out in Ricky and Cersa's podcast that they, even though you see them running away, they had to stop and get directions.
Yes, they put a picture up where they're in the back of like a shot of Amber and Vinny as they're helping, and they're still asking for directions from someone else.
Still asking for directions.
Yeah.
So yeah, that really breaks my heart because I do want to see competition. I do feel like people want to see competition. People always run for first, and they did it for an alliance. I don't think it's.
I think there was more to it too though, because everybody saw earlier in the episode, Vinny was trying to push her hard, right? And she was breaking down a bit. Mm-hmm. I think that factored a lot into his decision of like, okay, let's take it easy. Let's get an alliance. We can't worry about, let's de-stress. It's not. Was it worth it? I don't know. I don't think so.
No. So actually, Mike, I saw in Ricky and Cesar's thing, the going to the pit stop was a 25-minute. I don't know if it was a walk.
It was a walk. But still a run.
It was a while.
It's
it was
2
like,
kilometers. Yeah.
They could catch up. I'm not gonna say that either Ricky or Cesar or Amber and Vinny, one is more physical than another, because what we're seeing right now is Ricky and Cesar, for whatever reason, keep making it. I don't know if it's their stamina. I think I heard Walla Walla say at one point that they have really good calves, so maybe they're good runners. But I feel like Amber and Vinny should have fought for that first. Like, you want to see that one. I mean, okay, is it 3 teams maybe? You didn't finish on time. Like, you don't have enough time to catch up. Then maybe don't go for the first. But you guys are right there. Like, you could try and like run after them, follow them, pass them, get better directions, and then fly over. Yeah. So many things.
So, yeah, I mean, we have Nunez says that didn't Amber go to help Team Walla Walla while Vinny was getting directions? So not losing time. I feel like it looked like in the edit that the person they were trying to get directions from was doing really bad. So I think they should have just gone to another person, and there they can't separate, right? So either make that decision to go help another person. I get you. Maybe they were there. Maybe while he was getting directions to help Team Walla Walla. But I do feel that what Ricky and Cesar do to get directions is great. You know what they do, guys? They don't ask people for directions. They ask people for their phones.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And that's actually something that we didn't do all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel that is probably the best way. I feel like for us, it was like they start with their phone and I'm like, can I have it, please? And then I ask them. But Ricky and Cesar go straight to, can I please use your phone? Like not even ask for directions. So,
well, there was a time in Spain. I don't know if you remember. The guy was telling us, oh, it's right there. You're going to see it. And I was like, can I have your phone? And he was like, you can, but it's right there. Like, it's so easy. It's right there. And I was like, can I just have your phone? Can you pass it? And everybody started, which is what happened in this episode too. That kind of freaked me out a little bit. There was so many people starting to get close to try and help them, which means more waivers, more signing, less time, you know?
So we did ask for people for phones all the time, right?
Most of the time.
I feel like most of the time we did.
Yeah, but I feel like in Spanish countries, like they try and help you in that way without their phone. They're like, oh, it's right there. It's there to the right.
What I was trying to get at, what I was trying to get at is Amber and Vinny, like they were just sitting there looking at the girl with the phone when they should have had the phone in their hand. Yeah. And that would have helped them get for basically the directions faster, right? Yeah. And it's just, that would have been good to see a run to the mat because I think Amber and Vinny beat Juan and Cesar up and down the rock last episode.
I don't remember.
Oh, and I don't know if they showed it. Did they show it?
I think they came down faster. So they're one of the fastest teams here. And I do feel that they could have beaten them in a foot race. Obviously, could be not obviously, you know, Ricky Cesar are not a slow team. They're an amazing team, clearly.
Oh my gosh.
And they're killing it.
Every single thing that they've been doing, the little small details, getting into the taxi, talking to the guy, looking up stuff on his phone, asking the guy for the next directions. And I love every time they ask, like, oh, how long does it take to get there? Is it 2, 3, 4 blocks? How long in time is it?
Yes.
I thought it was interesting that he was also asking, you know, oh, can I do some research? And he was looking up the statues even before they got there.
Yes.
Big, right?
That right there was actually one of my robics, Mike, the domination robic, right? Like, it's crazy how good Ricky and Cesar are doing. Like, everything they do is so smart, right? They in their downtime, they're in a taxi. They grab the taxi driver's phone. They're looking at pictures. We didn't have any downtimes in taxis.
No.
Because
we were driving.
We were driving.
Michelle was pushing cars.
I was pushing cars.
Yes.
No reverse. I'll be no reverse.
So it was very impressive, like what they're doing, and dude, they're clearly the number one team.
Yeah, the domination right now for sure, Ricky and Cesar. And you know what? It's crazy because we keep thinking, and they mentioned this in their podcast. We keep thinking. I think it's Ricky. Ricky does not speak Spanish. So like when he did the roadblock, when he did the roadblock now, I was like, oh, he has such an advantage. Like he already knows like names and it's easier for him to understand Spanish words. But he doesn't know Spanish. He knows like basic words like gracias and hola and like
biblioteca.
Where?
¿Dónde está la biblioteca? Nobody makes me bleed my own blood. Sorry, I love that movie Dodgeball. All right. So let's spin the wheel again.
All right. Here we go.
And how can we make this better? Music, Mike.
Mike, what do you think he's talking about? Maybe we should try and guess one day.
What do you guys think I'm talking about?
Say the Ropic again. What's the Ropic again?
Yeah.
How can we make this better?
Damn.
How can we make the show better? How can we make the puzzle better? How can we make the challenges better?
I'm thinking puzzle.
What puzzle? What are you talking about?
The puzzle that was like with the pictures.
The detour.
The detour, yeah.
The detour. That is correct.
Yeah!
Yay! Let's do it.
All right. So basically, that was probably one of the most uneven roadblocks. No,
I completely
maybe
agree.
it might be. It is the most uneven roadblock in the history of the Amazing Race. Like, all right. So I saw on reality, one of the reality TV. That's not a spoiler account, but it's a reality TV account, and they posted all the pictures before the episode, and I got it in 2 minutes. Like, I literally got it in 2 minutes. I texted my answer, and they were like, "That's correct."
And guys, you don't have to be smart to be a firefighter, okay? It's like if you got it in 2 minutes.
Do you have that Reddit? Is that on your segment?
Oh, a rebus.
Hold on, no, not yet. So we'll get into that.
You know what sucks too is we would have automatically chosen dance because we're dancers.
We would have chosen dance 100%.
We would have gone down a few places.
Facts. So, guys, like, this was a super uneven detour. So how can we have made this better? Right? This is just one idea. If you guys have other ideas, right? Like, they have to stop their number of guesses. Like, somewhere in the clue it says you get 2 guesses. After 2 guesses, you got to run back to the starting line and then run back to the guesser, to your judge. And maybe something like after 4 guesses, there's a 5-minute penalty.
Yes.
After 6 guesses, there's a 10-minute penalty, just to make this more even. Because it was super uneven.
I think maybe it was too close too. Like, if you start separating like how far they are from each other.
Yeah, but remember, Cubana 13 isn't that big.
I feel like it was big when we went.
Now where the art is, because we even have a video here. Where'd it go? I thought we did.
Oh, let me put it back up.
Okay, yeah, because even us, like, when we went, Comuna 13 isn't that big. Like, that whole area where the art's at, unless they do it like a needle.
Like in the escalator, like you're going up.
Like that's pretty much where they had it.
Oh, gotcha.
You see? And that's where they had, obviously it's different art now, and they added the pieces for the Amazing Race.
Or like going up and down the escalator, like it's on different levels.
Maybe more of a needle in a haystack with the puzzle. What is that type of puzzle called? A what puzzle, Mike?
A rebus?
Rebus.
I had no idea what a rebus puzzle was.
Rebus or rebus?
I had no idea what a rebus
I'm going on R. Nunez here. I think Danny said it's called a rebus puzzle.
Rebus puzzle. Yeah. I didn't even know what a rebus puzzle is, but I mean, you look at the pictures and it's,
I mean,
they could have also done it out of order, right? And so having it out of order, you have to mentally put it all back in order, right?
That would have been way harder.
Yeah. But I mean, breakdancing, that was tough. I think,
Yeah.
I saw that Ricky and Cesar said that on the way there, they could see the dance happening and they knew where it was. So they were able to kind of look to see how they were dancing, and they were like, yeah, we're not going to do that. And they kept going to the puzzle. But so many, it is surprising. Jonathan's saying it's surprising how many people pick the dancing.
Yeah.
Like, for example, Rod and Leticia, she was like, I'm not a dancer. Like, he didn't even ask me if we should do this. We just went. I would have not let him take me there if I could not dance.
I'll be scared to say something to Rod.
I'm sorry.
Okay. You want to go dance? I'll go dance. All right, spin the wheel.
All right, let's go.
And it landed on, would you have done it?
What are we talking about, Mike?
Would you have done it? Would you have done it?
I like Michael and Lewis's face.
You guys are not going to get this one. No chance.
Would you have done it?
No chance.
Would I have done the... I don't know.
You guys got to say something here. This is really bad.
I'm lost. I have no idea.
Oh, we have Mark saying, would you have peeked at Amber's puzzle?
Mark got it! I swear to God!
Yes, Mark!
Mark Peters for the win! I swear to God, Mark got it.
That's awesome.
Yes, Mark, you killed it. Yes, that's exactly what it is. Would you have peeked at Amber's puzzle? Like he said, no, I want to play fair. There's clearly one of those blinds that you're supposed to bring down, right? and you're supposed to, cover your clue. And hey, if they forgot it, then why can't you just go real fast and be like, hey, all right. That one's right. I have the same one there. Oh, maybe that one's wrong. Okay, bam.
I think I would have done a quick peek, but did you see how many people messed up on that puzzle?
But she didn't.
But you don't know if she would have done it or
just
not.
An idea, but you get an idea where she's been there for longer than you.
An idea,
I think
but
Ricky had just started and he was like, I'm not going to peek. So imagine he would have been already equalized with, it's just a thought. Would you have done it? Shout out to Mark Peters. Mark Peters, would you have done it?
You know what I did do? When Claire finished one of her puzzles that she left and she got checked, I looked at her puzzle and I was like, ooh, what did I do wrong? And I tried comparing. It was too quick. They closed it afterwards, but I tried to peek at it as quickly as I could. Yeah. But I did it after I knew she was right. Yeah. Not while we were doing the puzzles.
Yeah. Yeah. So, Mike, would you have done it?
No, probably not. I have a big moral sense of morality, and I would have just felt so bad and guilty after the whole race. I would have been like, would I have won? Would I have not won?
Look, I feel like, Amazing Race Part 1, Lewis, pre-challenge Lewis wouldn't have looked. Now, after going on the race, going on the challenge, after watching more reality TV, it's going to be a different side of me. Like, I'm ready to play more of the reality game. And you're gonna
win at all costs.
If I were on All Stars and I have an opportunity like that, I'll be peaking for sure. Not even peaking.
But what if it was wrong? Jonathan was saying
that's what I was thinking.
But it's just an idea, right? Because when Ricky got there, he had just started. So it's already like, all right, maybe these are right. Okay. And you start just going through the statues. You start running to the statues, seeing if she's right. It's extra information that you don't have that it has to help you.
I think I'm not trying to be careful. It's just what I think, right? My sister is immoral. It's okay. That's fine. Lewis
for $1 million, I will be immoral. Okay? All right, $1 million. Oh, by the way, Kathleen said that Danny said a PA was putting down the blinds if the racers forgot. So that was happening every so often.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I see that. I see that. Let's spin the wheel.
Moving on.
Right, let's go.
Let's go, baby.
And what did it land on this time?
It landed on.
Why are you looking at the wrong one?
I just got distracted with my phone.
One send him a text. It's okay.
He did what?
Ooh.
What do you guys think?
He did what? Secrets, What podcast did you watch that?
He did what? I watch all the podcasts. I just love everybody that's out there making podcasts.
He does. He supports all,
and especially the racers. I obviously like watching the racers because obviously they have the inside scoop on everything. Yeah. And this is something that I learned from one of the racers. Do you guys want to guess?
I have no idea.
Waiting for the comments. It's a he.
How about you, Mike? I'm talking to you, Mike.
I have no idea. He did what? He did everything. He did something. Who did them? Everybody did something.
I'm gonna say it's Danny. What did Danny do? What did Danny do? WDDD.
It's not Danny.
WDDD.
It's not Danny. He talked about somebody else doing something.
Ooh.
Sean from the eliminated team went skydiving after the Amazing Race.
I love that.
Even though he has a fear of heights?
Wait, yeah, can we talk about
Look at this video.
I am obsessed.
Look at him, dude. A man that couldn't go up a ladder, a man that was scared of going up a rock with stairs and railings. Like, it was perfectly safe. There's no danger. He
was afraid to go down the hill.
Yes, afraid to walk down
a hill. This.
Has gone skydiving.
That's so cool. I love it.
This is why the race is such a beautiful thing. And the people out there that say something like, How can somebody go on the Amazing Race and be scared of heights? What are you doing? Why are you even applying? And then like the little SpongeBob meme, like you, sir, this is why. All right. Because even though not everybody breaks their fear of heights, this man did. This man was broken when it came to anything with altitude. And this man now is skydiving. He did this for his birthday after the Amazing Race. His wife, Michelle, got this for him. It was a great exit for these two, right? The double Dutch at the end with Phil doing it, smacking the camera. I love that.
That was probably what I was thinking. He did what? Yeah, Phil jumped the rope.
I think it's such a beautiful thing. And to see I love these two. And it's sad to see the red people go because those are our colors. But
Team Red, not the red people.
Team Red people.
Team Red had a good run for a little bit.
No, and their personalities are just so positive.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I love to see
I mean, Team Red for season 33 was Aruna and Natalia. I mean,
oh yeah,
talk about a cat with 9 lives.
How many times?
Yes. And then the next Team Red was us, and then Rob and Corey made it to the finals. We made it to the finals. Yeah. Team Red for 32. I don't know who Team Red for 32 was for Will and James season. Was it Hung and Chi?
Yeah,
I don't think so. Was it? They were red. They made it to the finals too, didn't they? Yeah, of course they did. I don't think they were red though.
Yeah, they were.
But what I thought was interesting was Michelle never solved the last puzzle. Did you guys notice that?
Sure?
This is the clip that I caught, right? And she never, it looks like she's waiting, like she has a penalty.
Oh.
It never shows her. It never shows her completing the clue.
React to being like, yes.
Yeah, like there's no check mark or nothing. They're just waiting there. It looks like they're waiting out a penalty.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, and they don't show the actual map there.
They don't show it.
Did.
And
this is the closest you get, but you don't see anything.
But
look who that is.
Who is that?
Hung.
That's more like burgundy.
Oh.
But still, I think that is the red team.
Yeah,
though.
I think so.
They killed it. They did great. So all right. So basically, I wish the editors will show them saying, hey, look, we're going to go ahead and just get a penalty. They don't always wait because this would have been a 2 hour or 4 hour. I think it's a 2 hour penalty for Roblox. Right?
I forgot. How do they measure time and penalties?
I think for Roblox is 2 hours, for Detours 4, or have them switched off once. But they changed the amount of penalties, like how long a penalty is every season. Not every season.
It's still long. It's still a long penalty.
It's still too long. Yeah. So I think it's actually, for us, it was a 4 hour. Because I remember when Dom couldn't do the statue, she couldn't chisel it. And I think
she asked.
Yeah, it was 4 hours. So, here
they're probably like walking. They were like, okay, the second to last team arrived. Exactly. You can just give them the clue so they can run here. So that's the way to. Yeah,
and that's what happened with Aubrey and David our season. When he couldn't swim.
Yeah, he couldn't swim anymore. That's right.
He checked into the mat, and that's it. They checked in afterwards, like right after Emily and Molly. They're not gonna have production wait there 4 hours for nothing.
Exactly.
Wait to see, like we saw Aubrey and David say, we're taking the penalty, and just that. It just shows, drama there, just a low in the Amazing Race. And I wondered, this is my thought. My thought is that she never did it and they took a penalty because she just couldn't figure it out.
It broke my heart to see this because you could see her slowly deteriorating through the roadblock.
Yeah.
Like the moment you get that stump in your head, that's it. Like most of the times it's very hard to get over.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's what happened. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And again, like on the race, if you feel like something is your fault, you carry it on for a long time.
Exactly. But shout out to Sean, man, fighting his fears. That is wild.
No, and I loved how Phil did the rope at the end. That was awesome too.
That was great. All right, that concludes my segment with the Wheel of Robics. Sponsored by Ray Fletcher.
Ray, we're having you been?
Ray is I think he's with his choir touring. I think he told me he couldn't make the live, so he couldn't make the live. But we're so happy to have everybody else here. There was about 22 of you before on the chat, and yes, and we love every single one of you. You know, the other day I told Mike, I'm like, Mike, thank you, bro, thank you for doing this, and he just goes, I love doing this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and I was just like, really? He's like, dude, I love doing podcasts. He loves this, and it just made me happy that we're not bothering you with all this crap, Mike, because you got a lot of stuff on your plate.
Can you make a graphic that says "We love robics"?
Mike has no, bro. Mike, he doesn't even get me half the time. Like, he's like, well, you're doing what?
You said robics with a
robic? Okay, what? So, hey, but this is great. Mike, you want to head into your segment?
Yeah, let's go with some Reddit reality. All right, for the first topic, I think Lewis loves going on Reddit and just hablando tanta mierda.
That means talking shit in Spanish. Mike, I don't usually clap back at all. Like, all right, go ahead, show it.
You would be good.
Let's start.
Right, so for all of you who don't know, you're going to find out Lewis's Reddit name very soon.
and I made it kind of obvious, but go ahead, Mike. You go ahead and read it.
Okay, so in this episode, obviously, we saw that what was it? What's their name? The team, the firefighters.
Izzy and Sunny and Mizzy.
Yes.
Sunny and Mizzy.
They had a hard time doing this puzzle challenge, right? They had a hard time, and people were just like ragging on them nonstop, right? Somebody's Dr. E. Green Law Enforcer says don't have to be smart to fight fires, right? Mm-hmm. And so Croqueta Power here. Who do you think Croqueta Power is?
Some guy with a lot of croqueta power.
He goes, lol, you ain't wrong. Tech 17, I'm very sorry, buddy. What's going on here? Of course he's wrong. Anyone who would think otherwise doesn't know jack about fighting fires or being a firefighter. Bro, do you know who you're talking to?
So,
a firefighter.
Right, so let's talk about this, right? All right. So basically you have this person saying, you don't have to be smart to be a firefighter, pretty much. Okay. And is it insulting kind of? Yeah, it's kind of like stereotypes, right? Like you cannot make fun of other people's stereotypes because that could be wrong, right? But you can make fun of your own stereotype. I could say all I eat is tacos and rice and beans, right? I could say that. But, it's just how it is, right? So this comes off a little bit insulting. But me, I don't care what people do. I make fun of myself. And do I believe also, like he ain't wrong. Do I believe his statement is true? The smartest people in your high school did not become firefighters, bro. Okay? Like, trust me on this. They're not firefighters, all right? They're doctors, they're lawyers. The high school dropouts become firefighters. The college dropout, this guy, become firefighters. You don't have to be the smartest person. Me, I do believe I'm a smart person, and then I will become soon a company officer, which is the person that makes decisions. All other firefighters are just like, what do you want me to do? Okay. Go slam your head through that wall. Okay. Like, that's, you don't have to be smart to fight fires. And basically, am I calling Sunny and Busy dumb? No, they just suck at puzzles. They're really, really bad at puzzles. Like, wow, dude. Like, I was ramming my head into a wall watching them trying to solve this puzzle.
I would just like to say thank you to Sunny and Busy, though, because they actually made that side of the detour very entertaining.
Oh yeah.
So good.
Yeah.
Because what would we have said if they did not mess up that bad? Do you have all the ones that
we have? Some of them, yes. Well, I think the first, where's the first one? The first one was, it was so good. But here are just some of them. Those who roam around the world wanders.
What happened to the mouse part of that?
Through the travel that I find myself wandering. The world is smaller than I thought. The world is smaller than I imagined. The earth I find than I think. The earth I find made us think. The world is smaller than we wondered. The world, then this is where they came close. I think they used every freaking pronoun except for the right one. The world is smaller than we thought. The world is smaller than we think. The world is smaller than I think.
And so the funniest part is that they would go back to the mirror and they would say, the world is smaller than you think. The world is smaller than you think. I mean, we keep saying, but every time they would go back, they say I, right? They would say I. And I was just like,
yes.
Oh, so close.
Gosh. And right when they were about to have it, they switched detours. But shout out to them. They still finished in 9th place this episode. They not even second to last. They were third to last because Sunny destroyed that roadblock. Firefighters. So firefighters basically are not great in the Amazing Race. So this was my reply to him because Mike, can you go back to the other slide again?
Sure.
So we got to zoom in for that one. So basically, of course, he says, of course he's wrong. Any who would think otherwise doesn't know jack about fighting fires or being a fire.
Wait, Lewis, have you fought any fires?
Have I fought fires?
A little bonfire outside of backyard. No, I'm kidding.
That was actually my first fire ever. It was an illegal burn fire. A kid was having a camp. He had like a nice camp set up, like a campfire, and it was illegal, so I had to like put it out with a garden hose. That was my first fire ever. But I fought fires, and basically, I'm like, bro, like, who is this? You know what? I don't usually
clap back,
but let me clap back a little bit. I'm a firefighter, so this is what I tell them. I'm a firefighter, years of experience, and when this person writes, you don't have to be smart to fight fires, I don't get triggered by it. 2, there's truth to this comment. 99.9% of fire situations are relatively easy to mitigate, and this is true. Most fires are really easy to control. And when it comes to the rare high-priority situations, firefighters follow the commands of their company officers. So I agree with the statement because firefighting doesn't require a high level of intelligence unless you're a company officer. So not only do I know about firefighting, but I'm also the only firefighter in the history of TAR to make it to the final. In my opinion, most firefighter teams lack in puzzle solving and game strategy. This is why Sunny and Busy are getting roasted. But thanks for your reply. ... He deleted his comment afterwards. I never do that on Twitter. I only did that once on Twitter because I was drunk. But yeah. What other Reddit?
All right, let's go to the next one. You saw a little bit of this, right? The dog riding the escalator was an all-time camera shot, right?
Wait. I'm sorry, Mike. I'm sorry. Mr. Nunez's comment is amazing. Amazing. They call them New York's bravest, not New York's smartest for a reason. Like firefighters have bravery to them. They're not the most intelligent people. But all right, next.
A lot of firefighters take the jokes because you guys are joking all day at
all day. We don't stop. It's a frat house and it's a locker room and we make fun of each other. Hey, the star of the episode. I love him.
Hey.
He's probably a firefighter dog.
The dog riding the escalator was an all-time camera shot. Love it. All right, next. It was talked about during the live discussion, but really should be emphasized. It's kind of amazing how many teams are directionally challenged this season. Ooh. It looks like 3 of them are going to get lost at separate times next week. Car Girl 09. What do you think about that, Lewis?
All right. I think that the teams this season aren't the most competitive teams. I think there's not as strong competition, and I'm sorry for the teams that are out there listening to this. Look, I still love you. But just watching, it's the navigational part, the sense of direction, even for this map detour, like the roadblock. Sorry, like a lot of teams were lacking in that, and I don't think that should have taken that long. But that shows that the sense of orientation is off. And now next week, you're going to be driving in a car in stick shift in a foreign country without a map. And we're probably going to see a lot of rough navigating next episode.
I always have 2 opinions about this because one of my opinions, I'm always thinking like, yes, finally, they're going to drive. Almost every single episode we were driving. And it makes me want to see how the teams do and kind of compare it to our season because it is so difficult. But at the same time, I have like a little tenderness for it, and I will clap back at all the people who say the whole directions map. How could you not on Amazing Race like learn how to do it? So it's gonna tug at my heart a little bit as well. But I'm excited to see this.
It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. I really wish they would have self-driven in Medellin. That would have lasted. That leg would have lasted 2 days.
2 days.
Like it was like driving in Medellin is a nightmare. But now they're going to Santiago, Chile. So hopefully they'll get figured out. Hopefully they don't. That always makes for good TV. You know, Raquel, in season 33, they had extra clips on YouTube.
I feel like that's where we learned how to do the reverse thing.
What do you mean?
Of the pushing.
No, Michelle. What do you mean?
You put the car neutral. You can push the car wherever you want.
Yeah, but I'm saying we saw it.
That was part of the manual. You had to learn that to get your license.
You could put any car neutral and push it. So we saw Raquel and Kayla. Happened to Raquel and Kayla on their season.
Yeah. But it was only with the YouTube behind the scenes.
It was only YouTube behind the scenes. And at first, Raquel was trying to push, and Kayla goes, "Oh, sorry, the e-brake was on." And Raquel was trying to push it for like a minute, and it wasn't moving. But yeah. So what were we talking about? Navigation.
Navigation.
Yeah. Next episode is gonna be a nightmare. It's gonna be fun.
All right.
Who are the top three teams? Wait, hold on. Who are the top three teams? Ricky and Cesar.
Yes.
Amber and Vinny.
Yeah.
Are we putting Rod and Leticia? Was I wrong? Rod and Leticia
I still think they're great.
in the middle. I took it back. I thought they were gonna be like in the back of the pack, but not in this season. But they've been in the middle, 4th place, 5th place.
Okay, how about this might be a controversial topic towards it, but Walla Walla is holding up their stance while still going pretty slow.
This was their leg though. 2 puzzles.
This is true.
That was their leg. That was their leg to even get first place. But Danny and Angie did run the fastest leg. But they started 30 minutes behind most teams. But they did have a great leg.
Yes. Well, I mean, will the next leg be for them too because of GPS? Because
of navigation? Yes, that's a very good point. So hopefully, I still think Team Walla Walla is going to be good next episode because I think it's going to be Karishma and Kishori that are going to be gone.
No!
I like them. They're cool.
I love them.
Yeah, they're
hilarious. And tonight they're at the Country Music Television Awards, right? CMT?
Oh yes.
Yeah, they're representing the Amazing Race there.
Oh, nice.
They look amazing. I wish they could stay. They're like my female version of Anthony and Bailey, bro.
It was so
I love them, but they're gonna be gone.
And it was so nice to see them in the challenge. I'm sorry, I always mix up the names, but one of the girls were crying while she was waiting, and it just shows how much they really want this. So I really like them individuals in general.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah. All right, last one. Here we go. Season 36 Memory Challenge Final Legs. Up. So before I read it, every time in every race, in the very, 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 very last challenge, it's usually some kind of memory challenge, right?
Yeah.
So my question to you, Lewis, is can you predict what the memory challenge is going to be?
No,
you can't. I mean, we tried, but our season had probably one of the best final challenges, final task in any season that I've seen.
I completely agree with you, 100%. I was going to say, I was actually typing that, and then I was like, I'm going to say it on the stream.
Yeah,
the level of
difficulty. You have a timer, you have pictures, you need to memorize the keys. You have to do it in an order that you have to work with each other to do it in the precise amount of time, and right. So you can never guess that. But you have to do your best to write down notes and the best you can to just make sure you remember everything throughout the race. Michelle was the artist of our group, and she would draw everything at every roadblock, whatever, remember names of places, palaces. What our guess was, you remember what my guess was? Yeah, everywhere we went, there was some sort of castle. Like the first 7 or 8 legs. And there's some sort of palace or castle. And I was just like, Michelle, maybe we have to remember the names and how these palaces and castle looks like. But this season, right? You want to show the clip, Mike?
There we go.
Picture.
4 episodes in, and all the greeters at the mat with Phil are wearing hats. I think the memory challenge at the finale will be a switchback from season 17, where the final 3 teams needed to match the hat with the pit stop location.
Yeah. I think that's a great guess. I think that's could be it. We thought it was something, but it was not at all. Maybe it's a coincidence. It's been 4 pit stops and just 4 people wearing hats. It's really hot, you know. This guy in Colombia had 15 hats on. I think he's just a salesman.
Was it 50?
It looked like 50. Like it looked like the dudes that we always see on the street trying to sell hats, right? And it could be it. I think this is a very good point. And I actually didn't notice that before. Racing, I'm a different animal, but I just didn't notice that. I thought that was an interesting Reddit post.
I saw through Ricky and Cesar's chat podcast that they were saying that their reaction to first place isn't, I guess, what maybe people want it to be, because when they're there, they're like, okay, thanks, Phil, we got first, but they're like, what is that guy wearing? What is this happening? Where am I? What am I standing on? They're just so focused on that. And that kind of sucks at the same time.
Yeah,
to
right.
win first place. And you got to think of so many things.
Yeah. Well, I think going back to what you were saying, Lewis, that and during your season, you had the piano, you had the memorizations, you had the working together, you had the timer, so I think if they can craft another finale where maybe you do have to memorize the hats, but it's not just let's put the hats in order, right? It has to be, put the hats in order based on a picture that shows the most random thing in the location while also having to do this, and it's all timed. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's not just, let's just remember the hats, right? It has to be more than that, I feel like, because you also don't want to give somebody such a huge advantage if they were able to climb down the rope off the bridge or this or that, you know what I mean? And so just because they got there first, they're going to win the challenge first.
Yeah.
I do feel like it has to be challenging.
Yeah. Like just maybe they could have every person at the pit stop, every greeter wear a crazy hat. And the last memory challenge is, what color bracelets were they wearing? Or bracelets?
That would be the best. I would love
something
that.
like that, right? One of the best ones I've ever seen at the end of a season was how you say hello and goodbye
I was about to say
in different languages. And that was a very good ending. They were there forever. And it was such a good task. But it's hard, to be a creative on the Amazing Race. Like you got to do things, but the ideas are there. Maybe we'll think of some and put them out there, to help out.
Which one was the season where they had to build the plane right at the very end, and it was like nighttime?
That was 30.
Yeah,
that was 30, where the team of Big Brother won.
Big Brother team won. Yeah,
Jess and Cody. Yeah, and that was a great task as well. But what Jen says, Team Extreme, that she was on the last task of the final of that season. The clue said the airplane has to be correctly fitted to fly, and those wings that Jess had, it was backwards. But yet, that was the correct puzzle combination. But the plane was not. It didn't look fit to fly. So that really hurts that you hear about that, because damn, that's $1 million, dude.
Yeah,
that one hurts. But I feel like the production, if that happens, I don't know. Still, that's what Jen says, But if that happened, I feel like production that will never happen again in production's side. Yep. But yeah, that'll be a great ending. You have any more Reddit stuff, Mike?
Nope, that is all. That is all for Reddit reality.
I have Lewis, every time Reddit reality comes on, he's like clapping. They can't hear you, Lewis, but he's just jamming on his own.
So we got a different episode from Yvonne and Melissa this episode. Yvonne and Melissa finally got some airtime.
Yes.
That was nice to see, because they got literally 0 last episode, and that was nice to see. I'm just trying to talk about all the teams here. We got to most of the teams. What's up with Juan and Shade? I do feel like this team should have a first place at some point. I mean, pilots, military, athletic, good with directions, and Spanish speaking. Why are they always in the middle of the pack? Juan and Shane, ¿qué te pasa, bro?
Because
Vamos.
one of them decides to do a dance challenge and he doesn't really dance.
It's just it's
little things like that. That's what I'm thinking it is.
Like Ricky and Cesar, I mean, I guess being uncoordinated dancing wise really helped them this episode because
all right. So let me ask the other question, the inverse, right? Do you think Ricky and Cesar are going to fumble?
I think they have to, because to go throughout the race perfect, like at some point they got to mess up. At some point it's going to be something that, look, Ricky admits that he's not very, athletic or very in shape. So something's going to trip them up there. It has to be, right? And I do think Juan and Shane are that team that I thought was going to kill in the beginning, and they haven't pushed through, right? Derek and Shalisa are so good. I love how they argue and just like toss it away the next moment. But Derek and Shalisa, something about them doesn't give me that fight for first. Like they're just a middle of the pack team, right? I want to see that team that was, kind of like us, dude. Like I hated that feeling, Mike, of feeling in the middle, feeling mediocre, feeling average. And Michelle and I, we were crying before our leg in Jordan before the race. Like I'm done. I'm so emotionally done with coming in the middle of the pack. And that next day we got first place. That was such an emotional day for us because that really put us on the map. I'm waiting for a team to do that. I think Juan and Shane will be it.
Yeah, but definitely. But both of them have such like attitudes that are like this. For you and me, you were the one that pushed me to get to that level. And I think at least one person has to drive that force. And, sometimes you see it with Amber and Vinny. Vinny pushes Amber and tells her, come on, we got to go for this. We got to go for this first place, which sometimes it's tougher on women, to understand that. But you need someone to have a little bit more of motivation in that.
I think Amber and Vinny would have done they would have done so much better on another season that it's not mostly Spanish-speaking countries.
I'm just shocked that Vinny did not go for that first, knowing Vinny's attitude towards being so competitive.
Yeah. We talked a lot about that in the beginning of the episode. So, and who else? There was one more team that Ron and Leticia.
I think they're doing great. I just think they came down a little bit.
It's if you chose that side of the detour, it really destroyed your chances today. And we'll see. And they're still a strong team. Ron and Leticia, they're still bosses.
It looks like they're gonna have some GPS navigation. There's no GPS.
I don't think my memory GPS is working good.
Her memory card.
Hopefully my memory card is good.
My GPS is good. All right, y'all. We're gonna definitely try to have a guest on next week. I want to have a guest on next week that's part of the season, and maybe another guest that's not part of the season.
Is there any guests that you guys want to see?
That's a great question.
Yeah, that's a great question.
Yes. Siobhan, yes, we talked about that in the beginning of our episode. Go ahead and check that out afterwards. Man, we're about to peak in the number of people watching right now,
almost 30.
And we're about to leave. So everybody out there, thanks for joining. But before we head out, next episode is going to be in Santiago, Chile. And that's when we're going to see some self-driving. Finally.
Kathleen says Rod has to listen to Leticia. Yes. What do you think?
Yes. I mean, they had to. What happened to paper, rock, scissors, bro? Like, he wanted to go one way. He wanted to go the other way. What's up, Reed? And then why didn't they just do paper, rock, scissors, dude? Like, that would have been.
Paper, scissors, shoot.
I said it wrong. Was I wrong? So I can't wait for next episode. Wow, 31.
All right. So for all of you who are watching, please like, subscribe, hit that thumbs up button. Put us a comment. Who you want to see in the next episode?
Yeah, we definitely. Yeah. What other past racers you want to see? I would love to have Mike Bloom on. He's so funny on Rob's podcast.
Yes.
If you guys watch him, he is so smart and so witty with his words, but he does a lot of work. So I'm not sure we're going to have him on, but you never know. I think I'd love to talk about Emily and Molly. I think Ricky and Cesar will be a great guest. Yeah, Peter. Emily and Molly went to South Korea for Marcus and Mike. We have to talk to them.
Marcus and Mike, yeah.
We got send them. We definitely thank you. Yes, Lisa. So we have to talk to Emily and Molly. They went to South Korea for their birthday.
That's right.
And they have beautiful pictures. They have beautiful video. And to go to their birth, they went to go visit their birth city and go visit family of theirs out there. And we'd love to talk to them about that. If you guys didn't catch last week's episode, we had Joel and Garrett on. We talked about Garrett's daughter and how and her pretty much her struggles and her journey in finding a service dog. It was a great episode to start off. We started off that episode like that, talking to them. And Derek and Claire, Kathleen, they're down. They're just a little bit behind in the episodes.
Survivor's playing at the same time.
Yeah, so
there's a big Survivor fan.
The Beekman boys, that's old school, dude. Oh man, we love it.
We have to have the dudes back on.
Oh, look, Lisa's husband was in the same squadron as Michael. Also,
wow,
very cool.
That's amazing. Wow. That's really cool.
Love that.
Really cool. That's really cool. We have to, that's a great option. Anybody else you guys want to ever talk to?
Leave it in the comments below, guys.
Leave in the comments. So we're gonna start heading out. Mike has to put his 4 kids to sleep.
2 of them are down already.
I gotta go. Yeah, me and Michelle gotta go pee. We love y'all. See you later, party people.
Goodbye, party people.
The magnifying glass through the mouse has to travel on skis in the world of the mirrors.
No, but I am the mirror, not you. You are the mirror. I am the mirror.
The mirror has